What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out the all-new 2025 Kia K4. This one is a GT line turbo going for $31,400. Finished off in a really nice color. This is the Morning Haze, so kind of like a greenish off-white. So do you think Kia now makes the ultimate compact car? This might just be better than every single thing else in its class, especially when you see all the features you're gonna get. And base price on a K4 is gonna be close to 20 grand. So this is a pretty affordable car. Not really going too crazy as far as the price point. Now underneath the hood of the turbo, you're gonna get the 1.6 liter inline 4-cylinder. This thing pumps out 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. We also have an 8-speed automatic transmission. Definitely nice to see a real transmission, no CVT here. This is also front-wheel drive, and then with all that, curb weight is under 3,300 pounds. Now for the headlights, they're one of my favorite aspects. So if we lock the car, you can get a really cool look at that, and then hitting the unlock icon, you can get a nicer idea of where the headlight is along with the daytime running light. Super nice looking headlights. I like how this cuts into the chrome trim. You're gonna see a forward facing camera, parking sensors, more sensors down below. All this gloss black trim. I like how there's no cheap plastic all around it. Cool color contrast here with an intercooler and a safety sensor as well. So definitely a nice front end. It definitely looks like a modern Kia with the nice sharp bold lines. Yeah, some sharp lines on the hood as well, fading towards the windshield. And then I like how the gloss black trim on the front cuts into the side fenders. You also have a nice set of 18-inch wheels, nice black color on them, and then the side skirt has more of the black with one sharp body line throughout the door panel. You're gonna get a little bit of silver trim around the mirrors with gloss black. You can see the integrated camera and turn signal, body color door handle, and then all this nice trim throughout the windows, giving it a pretty cool look. Up above, you're gonna see a nice large sunroof. And then for this side profile, has a really good proportion overall. It's a bit unique looking. It does have some interesting lines to it comparing it to other cars. I think that does make it stand out quite nicely. And then up on the back side of the roof, there are some sharp body lines that are very nice to see. And then a black trim piece on the underside of the window. For the rear taillights, a nice LED design. If we hit the unlock button again, you can get a good look at them. And I like how they glow almost all the way around like an LED bar. Got the backup camera and logos right in the center, more of your parking sensors, and then all the gloss black trim in the diffuser. So overall, can't complain. I think it's a cool looking car. Definitely looks a lot nicer than what you would think for a more affordable car. Now we have the button right here, pop the trunk. You're gonna get a ton of space in here. Nice low load floor, very large. And then there is a spare tire underneath the floor as well. You're gonna have these manual pull tabs where we can unlock the rear seats. Door handles are integrated up here, so a little bit different than a typical car. And then you can just pull these seats down and they are gonna fold nice and flat, giving you a lot of space overall. So definitely pretty practical for cargo and things like that. Easily pull them back up. And this can seat 3 people, and we have the armrest and cup holders right in the center. Now we do have air vents back here, storage along with some plugs, and one little cargo net. You're gonna get some soft touch material in the center of the door. All of your window controls, you have your nice armrest, and then I do like the two-tone with the white and black. Now as I hop inside at 5'11", now I did pull the backrest up a little bit just to give me some better headroom for these headrests. But sitting back here, even with this pulled back a little bit, I still have about an inch of knee room with the seat all the way back. Definitely pretty nice here. Pretty good seat base, good back with good recline, and a ton of light let in all throughout the back. Now if we go ahead and head up to the front seat now, not too bad to climb out of the car. You're gonna get the smart key with remote access, so you can easily lock and unlock the doors from just touching them. We have heated and ventilated seating. We have memory seats as well, more of the padding for the armrest, all those controls. Driver's seat is going to be power operated with those controls there. And then once again, we have the cool two-tone. You can see the white color. We have perforations, got the GT line logo as well. Nice white on the headrest. And the steering wheel is really neat. So we have the white and black. I like how it says Kia, a little off-centered. Then if I just put the seat back to where I had it, we can go ahead and fire it up. Foot on the brake. Got your two 12-inch screens that will pop upwards. And then on the left side, you're gonna see different controls for cruise control with a lane keeping, steering assist, and then your forward pacing. We have some controls for Bluetooth and audio on the right side, and then a set of steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. Stock on the right is going to be for all your windshield wipers. Stock on the left is going to be for all your headlights. Now for the center screen, you have a nice digital layout. You can configure it and continue in toggling through everything, and then you can also scroll up and down and see all sorts of different trip information and things like that. You're going to see the odometer, we have engine temperature, fuel, and everything as well. And for the turn signals, you're going to have those, which is a really great touch. Over here, we have ambient lighting, some cool texture, traction control, park and brake, along with interior dimming. And then a little bit of some soft touch material up above on the dash. I like the contours, has a really nice look to it. Definitely feels like a pretty modern car. More ambient lighting, this nice texture, and then the multimedia screen. Basically what you would expect on any modern Kia model. So it has a really good look overall. You got the full screen nav and everything. Climate control information will stay up here. You can easily configure your different zones, just toggling that, fan speed, temperature. Drawback to that is you can't see it while driving, so a little odd to where you have to always look over to actually see those. Kind of weird they would have put it there. We do have physical controls down below though, so you can easily toggle your fan speed. Once again, you got to look around the steering wheel to see all those change, same with temperature. But at least you do have the physical icons, which does make it a bit easier. For the backup camera, you can see the parking sensors will pop up in the center, full backup, top-down view as well. You have different views you're able to play with, and a full 360 view. So definitely a fancy setup for an affordable car. Back into park now. You're gonna get shortcuts down below for everything in the screen, your air vents. We have plugs, extra USBs down below with wireless phone charging. Nice design around the shifter with an auto hold. Shortcuts for the camera, and then a lot of storage in the center, and I like these a lot. You can press these and you have your cup holders that will pop open, or if you just want a little bit extra space, you can fold them back away. So definitely a great touch there. You have some nice padding and even this white color on the center to match the seats. Pretty good amount of space in the center as well, and then the glove box is about what you would expect. One last look at the interior. Really can't complain. For the price point, you're going to see so many nice features in here that you don't get on other affordable cars. Nice glass up above with a power sunshade. You can open the glass independently, and then a nice thin mirror up above. All right, setting off now. Not too bad with the turbo engine. This thing does get up to speed quite nicely for being obviously not a fast car at all. So drive mode in sport, definitely a little bit more aggressive than normal. So going back now to normal, automatic and everything, this isn't bad. You're cruising in it, it's pretty quiet. As you can tell, you don't really hear much wind noise or road noise or anything like that. You have a lot of awesome technology in this car that is pretty sweet with the heated and ventilated seats, all the other little features in here that honestly some really expensive cars don't even have. Visibility is all really good. You have a huge windshield to see out of, nice glass. All the side windows and mirrors are going to do a good job as well. And then over your right and left shoulder, really can't complain. You have a good view around this car to make it super usable. It's just an overall nice car to drive. I like how it has an 8-speed transmission. You know, some cars in this class have CVTs, and honestly, it just cheapens the drive. This feels pretty snappy and sporty for what it is. You know, when you give it some throttle, it shifts quickly. There's a little bit of throttle response delay. I've noticed from a standstill or even just giving it some gas, it takes a little bit for it to start accelerating. So obviously no sports car, but at least it has enough pep in its step to get out of its own way and emerge on traffic, high speed drives and stuff like that on the highway. So overall, it seems like it drives pretty good. I'd say one of my only complaints from a driver is the fact that I think I am just simply too tall for this car. This is a compact car competing with Sentras, Corollas, Civics, and the Elantra. And I feel like just the way they've done the seats in this car, I just feel like I'm kind of on the floor, and I really wish I could have my legs a bit straighter, but now I'm so far back that can't really even reach the steering wheel or anything up here. So if you are nearing 6 feet tall, this is going to be too small of a car for you, I think. Kia K5 might be a bit better. So that's my personal biggest complaint, just I don't think I fit in this car well. But driving it is quite nice. Things you touch for, again, the price point, everything is a soft touch material. You know, it doesn't really feel like a cheap car for being, in today's market, a cheap car. So I think they've done a really good job with that. Same with the tech. While you do have to kind of reach for the screen, which I'm not the biggest fan of, it does make this all simple to use. The massive tiles make it really easy to just hit something, and you don't have to worry about hitting some tiny little icon that's far away. So I feel like that has done a good job on these cars just to make the tech work well. Same with having some physical buttons. I like that aspect, just makes it simple. We got volume in the center, just makes it a relatively easy vehicle to use. So the suspension also absorbs bumps really well. We were on the highway with this car for about 4 days in a row doing about 200 miles worth of driving in this car already, I think. And I have been getting a really good MPG. I'm averaging 38, and that is with me flooring it, driving it like I'm trying to drive a sports car. So the fact that this is extremely economical and comfortable enough on the highway, roomy enough as well for grown adults and maybe even a small family, says a lot. I feel like this car kind of hits a lot of different key points for a good price point. And as a car just to drive and rack up miles on, I've been enjoying using this as a commuter car, which is what we've been doing with this for a couple days. And it really does seem to have all that. Same with all the parking cameras and everything. Again, I would not expect this type of technology in a cheaper car like this. It just makes it very easy to operate, and you have just some nice tech to make it feel pretty special.